Hello there everybody, Billabo10000 here, bringing you another episode of the Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. This is episode 5, and in this episode we're going to do a bit of cleanup. We actually have a little bit of stuff that we need to do here in the underworld. So, we're going to actually ignore this warp gate for now, and we're just going to walk straight past it. Because we need to go up the little kind of tutorial pathway that we went up in the first episode. Our main goal is to get back to that room where we first fought vampires. What are these? I don't think I've seen these before. Very interesting. Probably something to do with the glyphs. So we need to make it up this way, and we just need to kind of head back along this area. It'll only take us a few minutes, but I think it's quicker to go this way to get back around to where we need to go. So let's just do that. Glide across. Through the first room with the screwer. They're not really much of an issue. They're not difficult to beat in any way. Alright, I think we should be coming out now. We're also going to be coming back here a little bit later in the next episode, but for this episode we just need to stick around here. So, we need to go back into the material realm, so let's head back here, and then head back through this location. Our main goal is this next room. Inside this next room, we need to drop into the water that is at the very beginning. Effectively, this. Why? Because there's a health power-up right here, and the only way we can get it is by going through the bars. So, that is, when we obtain it, our second health power-up out of 3 that we can collect at the moment in this episode. We collected one last episode, so we've got a second one there, and that means we only need one more to be collected. So, I believe we can head out with these buggy textures as all hell. Let's just quickly suck up some of this. Thank you. Avoiding the slightly bugged out PC textures, let us head over this way and we can head over to the Sanctuary of the Clans. Now we need to be in the Spectral Realm actually for this to work. This is interesting actually. Is there a place where I can go into the Material Realm from here? I don't know. I feel like there has to be. Is there a place where we can go to the Material Realm? Up there. Alright. So, from here, we're back in the Material Realm. Now we just need to head back across and we can head to the Sanctuary of the Clans. Because that is actually our next main location, but we do need to go back into the Spectral Realm when we get there. Quite simply, the only reason we went into the Material Realm is because we were stuck by a door. Ah, the logistics of wooden doors. Anyway, let's head back through and into the main Sanctuary of the Clans. You can also collect a nice little thing here. It's not really going to matter much, because we're just going to kill this guy and then be done with it. But you know. Right. Lock in, lock in, lock in. Knock him out. Stab him. Suck out that soul, and then I do not know how to pick that up. And now we need to head through these bars. So let's do that. Walk on through. And we get our third power-up of the game. That's all of the power-ups we can get at the moment though. So a bit of a pity, but you know, we gotta live with it. So now we do need to kill the screwer here. Quite simply, this room we need to get into in the Material Realm. So, let's do that. And now we're locked inside. Yep, there were some enemies. So I want to actually test out this other glyph of mine. How interesting. Let's see if we can attract them. And then let's try using the glyph. And see if it does anything. Yep, it pushes them both into the water. That's actually an exceptionally helpful skill. And it didn't even take any energy from me. Even better. Now the main question is there anything that I can grab and use as a weapon here? I don't see anything. That's an issue. Because while I would totally love to use the... Oh, okay, can we pick this up? Yes, we can. Okay. Oh, you broke my thing. Very upset now. Actually, we need to go back into the spectral realm anyway. I just realized. So we can leave them. Because we need to head through these gates. And these gates can only be crossed in the spectral realm. Alright, I feel like there's a vampire demon around here somewhere, and I just don't remember where. I distinctly remember there being one, but I could be wrong about that. Well, we're across here now. So, let's suck open our power. Let's head into the material realm. And this gate is now openable. And here we go. It's cutscene time. Oh no.
Raziel.
Kain.
Oh man.
The abyss has been unkind.
I am your creation, Kain. Now, as before, you criticize your own work. What have you done with my clan, degenerate? You have no right.
What I have made, I can also destroy, child.
Damn you, Kain! You are not God! This act of genocide is unconscionable!
Ooh.
Conscience? You dare to speak to me of conscience? Only when you have felt the full gravity of choice should you dare question my judgment. Your life's span is a flicker compared to the mass of doubt and regret that I have borne since Mortanius first turned me from the light. To know that the fate of the world hangs dependent on the advisedness of my every deed? Can you even begin to conceive what action you would take in my position?
I would choose integrity, Kain.
Look around you, Raziel. See what has become of our empire. Witness the end of an age. The clans scattered to the corners of Nosgoth. This place has outlasted its usefulness. As have you.
Ooh. Oh no.
The Soul Reaver, Kain's ancient blade, older than any of us and 1,000 times more deadly. The legends claimed that the blade was possessed and thrived by devouring the souls of its victims. For all our bravado, we knew what it meant when Kain drew the Soul Reaver in anger. It meant you were dead.
Alright, where is he? Uh-oh. Got him. Okay, we've got to make sure we hit him 3 times and that's it. It's not a difficult boss battle, but it's not one we're technically meant to win. We just need to hit him 3 times. But if you hit him once, then he sends you back to the spectral realm and it's a bit of an annoyance. Okay. That's easy. It's an easy fight. And then he zaps us. And then drama happens. Oh snap! The Soul Reaver broke.
The blade is vanquished. So it unfolds. And we are a step closer to our destiny.
Oh Christ. Okay, so effectively it sounds like he wanted it to happen. Let's just say Kain is a bit of a dick.
I saw a glint of satisfaction in Kain's eye when the Soul Reaver was destroyed. I did not understand the game that Kain was playing, but I knew the finishing move.
Don't touch it. Oh no.
From this moment and ever afterward, you and this blade are inextricably bound. Soul Reaver and Reaver of Souls, your destinies are intertwined. By destroying the sword, you have liberated it from its corporeal prison and restored it to its true form, a wraith blade, its energy unbound. No longer a physical blade, it can only manifest itself in the material realm when your strength is fully restored. Once manifest, it will sustain you.
It is literally a blade made of souls.
What are you, little soul? Another of Kain's creatures come to taunt this bound spectre.
Oh, here we go.
I did not intend to disturb your rest.
Rest. A body is needed for sleep. Flesh and bones are required to recline. No, child. All I may do is watch and remember, ceaselessly conscious as this wretched world's history unfurls. Ghastly past, insufferable future, are they one and the same? Am I always here?
How have you come to haunt these pillars?
Kain refused the sacrifice. The Pillar of Balance, corrupted to its core, stands as a monument to his blind ambition. Now these pillars serve only to bind me here, my prison and eternal home, thanks to the avarice of your master, Kain.
That bastard can claim no allegiance from me.
Then we share a common foe, Raziel. Return here when you have need. Ariel remembers what others have forgotten.
Alright, so after that giant cutscene dump, we're not going to be doing much more in this episode, so I'm going to use the next few minutes just to kind of clarify what's going on with the story for you guys, for those of you who may not understand. So, I'm going to turn the music down for this as well. Okay, so first things first, Kain knew we would be coming back as a wraith. That much is obvious because he wasn't exactly shocked by seeing us. Of course, he could have known because we killed Malkaya, but you know, Kain knows all, and it will become a lot clearer as we progress through the game just how much Kain knows. We won't see him again for a long time, but trust me, Kain knows everything. That ghost that we just met was called Ariel, and she was the former Guardian of Balance. Now, there were 9 Guardians, each represented by these pillars that lay here. These are the pillars of Nosgoth. However, in the time of the original the original Legacy of Kain game, Blood Omen, where you play as Kain for the first time, he had to kill the 9 Guardians because the pillars were corrupted, and thus new Guardians would be selected. Now, the twist was, he was the 9th Guardian, and he had to kill himself in order to cleanse this pillar, free Ariel from her fate, and effectively save Nosgoth. In this timeline, and the canonical timeline, he decided not to kill himself, and thus, he made Ariel suffer, and she had to stay here for an eternity, watching over these pillars for no entire good reason. Now, the motivations behind Kain's actions are interesting to say the least. He is one of the biggest anti-heroes ever, along with Raziel here, and effectively, things get more complicated as the story goes on. For a PlayStation 1 game, this is probably the biggest story aside from JRPGs that you would get, and it's pretty damn amazing. There was also mention in the cutscene of a person called Mortanius. This was in the cutscene before the boss fight. Basically, Mortanius was a necromancer who brought Kain back from the dead, because in the very first Legacy of Kain game, Kain was killed moments after the game began, and thus he was resurrected by Mortanius as a vampire. So it's just a bit of extra lore, world building, stuff that you kind of either need to know or should know. But you don't really need to know stuff from the first Blood Omen game. Like, basically, the most you need to know is Kain was a dick, he didn't sacrifice himself, a lot of corruption happened, and a lot of it kind of runs a lot deeper than you'd expect. that's pretty much everything that I think you guys would need to know to catch up on the lore. Aside from that, Raziel is one of Kain's lieutenants, and what is this? Hello.
Far in the eastern mountains, a stifled titan stands in mute surrender, unwilling host to a parasitic swarm.
Lovely. So Ariel is basically saying, go east, my friend, go east. And we will be going east in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching this episode of The Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. This is a very story-heavy episode, but I hope that it helps clear out some things and show you the scope of this world. And in the next episode, we're going to be heading to the Silenced Cathedral to take on the second of Kain's brothers, Zephon. So I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.